Hey everybody, welcome to my 2-month weigh-in and measurements. If you're new to my channel, you're just tuning in for the first time, you're wondering what all this is my journey, and I am on a journey to lose 80 pounds-ish, probably a little bit more than 80 pounds, and I'm trying to be really transparent and show you guys what I do on like a daily basis. And she's digging in China again. Emma, what are you doing? Um, anyway, she doesn't do any of this until I get to talking on my video. It's so cute. It's a baby girl. Okay, so I just want to give you a little bit of background of what I went through in the last 2 months. If you're just tuning in, you haven't seen my other videos, go ahead and check those out. I will link the latest. I think my latest is a food prep, but I'll link my latest workout and all that jazz up here. So anyway, you guys, I will give you an update of my inches lost and my pounds have lost. Now, those of you that are starting on keto and you're just a beginner of keto, you know that the scale is not going to be your friend for the first 3 months or so. They're going to just, to me, it just frustrated me just a little bit. I was one of those people that weighed in every single day, but for the last 2 months, I have been really good at just staying away from the scale, and just letting keto do its job. Now, I want to throw this in there. I wasn't full keto the whole time. I was always low carb, but I was more focused on my sugar levels and my carb count. So, and a little bit of protein, because for a little while I got a little bit out of hand with the protein. I feel like I was eating way too much protein, and because I love eggs, I love just like chicken and stuff like that. And what I was doing was I was eating like breasts of chicken and the eggs together. So it was like double whammy on the protein. So I was just kind of like, oh my gosh, what am I doing? So I actually saw the scale stop during those weeks I did that. I also reverted. If you didn't see my latest video on the chip extravaganza, I was weak this week. I don't know what it was. I was weak, but it wasn't. It was like one day I was weak, one day I wasn't. Like yesterday, I walked 5 miles with my dog. I did a little bit of workout. We stayed at the park for like 3 hours. It was so much fun. And the weather was just awesome. Sorry, I had to take a drink there. No. But after my little chip thing, I found out that I'm stronger than what I give myself credit for. I know you guys are stronger, way stronger than what you give your credit. We are so hard on ourselves. As in general, as being women, we're always working for others, and we gotta kind of just forget about ourselves and taking care of ourselves and stuff like that, and giving like yesterday was like my time. I called it my Tony time. And it was hard for me because I'm really hard on myself with that. I do not give myself enough of Tony time at all, because what I do is right before I go out the door, I think of something else that I could do for somebody else, and it's hard for me to say no, and then I end up doing that. So, which makes me feel good, but I need me time, and yesterday was total me time. I did some meditation at the park as much as I could with Emma. She was ready to go. I call her my little athlete because she jog 10 miles or run 10 miles with no problem at all. So I call her my little athlete, and she was like actually pulling me, go faster, and we got to sit by the lake and all that. So I will put some pictures in here on this video to show you guys how much fun we really had. But I hope you're getting some me time, some family time, some me time, some, I'm not talking about like manicures and pedicures, although those are great and I need one. I'm talking about like working, for me, it's like working on your goals and working towards your goals without any interference, because I feel like with work all week, I just feel like I get so caught up in work and just, and don't think about what my goals, they kind of put it on the waist, the backside. I start out great. In the morning, I start out so focused. But then as the day goes on, you know what I mean. I also, during this 2-month part, I reverted back to some old habits that just kind of creeped in there. I was just like, wait a minute, I used to do this. So my focus was not to let those old habits creep back in and all that, so I won't feel so overwhelmed with what my real goals are. So I had to learn a lot during these 2 months. And I did. I learned so much about myself. And I hope in your journey that you guys are learning a lot about yourself and what makes you tick. You know what I mean? Because we tend to forget about ourselves and what makes us tick. Do you remember that feeling when you were younger and you used to get that like butterfly feeling of, getting in shape? And well, at least I did, getting in shape, and you're like almost to your goal, and then, and you go for your walk and stuff like that. It's almost like you had all this freedom. At least I did. I had a lot of freedom when I was growing up. So, I didn't have Mitchell till I was 34 years old. So I had a lot of freedom and a lot of great young life. But I also found out I was burying my emotions these 2 months. It's almost like when you get in this train of being focused, you bury everything else and you don't work through that which you need to work through. And I was burying those emotions, and they were just kind of bottled up. And just one day I was just like, like it was keeping me from being productive with my journey. And it just kind of creeped in there. You know what I mean? But take care of those emotions as they come along during your journey. It will help a lot. So I got my little sign back there, you versus you. I absolutely love that sign. Or that wording or that saying, because it's you versus you. You are the only one that's going to be able to give you inspiration. And I say that when I, kind of when other people try to give you inspiration, motivation, that doesn't last very long. It's almost like when you get quiet in your house and you're sitting there and you get your quiet time, and your head starts to get into it, and it's you versus you. So that I've been trying to work on that a lot, because like I do a lot of self-sabotaging in my journey. If you've watched my other videos, you've seen me self-sabotage. And I get inside of my head. I start thinking too much. But it's you versus you. And you got to take care of that. You got to take care of that, because if you don't get get out of your head with the negative and the thoughts of not being good enough, like I was doing, it's just going to stop you right there, and in your tracks for sure. I always wake up. I always say I'm waking up as a lion. I'll do another video of what I really mean by that. A lion versus a gazelle. You always wake up a lion. So I always wake up ready to go lately. So it's like that's my mind frame when I wake up in the morning. I also had to be reminded of my why. Um, if you don't have a why of why you're trying to lose weight or your journey, um, find it. Really think about it. Like, what is your purpose around your why? Why do you want to lose weight? Who do you want to lose weight for? You want to lose weight for yourself. What is the main purpose of it? Because if you don't have a strong why, it will turn on you. I'm telling you, I found that out because I had like the last week or so, I'm like, what is my why? What is my why? I got to keep reminding myself and reminding myself. And it actually, I, I started doing like meditation because meditation helped me remind me of my why. And lastly, you have to find something within your why. So I'm not trying to make the why so complicated, but when you will know, and it will be like so profound that you're like, oh my God, this is what's pushing me, what's driving me, my why. And um if you haven't seen my video, my why, I'll put it up here. That is my video. I came from a family that always ate everything on their table, on their plate. um, we didn't have a lot of money, so we grew up very poor, and basically, if you didn't eat everything on your plate, it went to waste, and that killed my mom. And I know how she feels now as being a mom. I know how she feels, but she would make, beans and ham and stuff like that. And we loved that. I actually still love that. But that was like our treat meal was beans and ham because we couldn't afford to buy the ham hock, that we'd get one maybe once a month and we would eat ham hock and beans. So that was our treat. But anyway, we were taught very early on to eat everything on your plate. And that kind of backfired later on in life because I always brought that into my adult life. And, eat everything on your plate. But I got to the point where when you do without for so long, like even with food and money and stuff like that, and you finally get those things, you go hog wild. Okay. And you ever you hear these people uh, that are getting these stimulus checks and stuff like that, and that are from a family that doesn't have that much, and then suddenly you see them walking out of Walmart with the TV or and all that. They're not walking out with groceries. They're walking out with something that they really really don't need, but it's like in their mindset they feel like they need that in order to feel like they're living, you know what I mean? And or a little richer, you know what I mean? It's just it's ironic, but it's very true. But we were brought up that way, and I'm trying to break that cycle because I find myself making these big plates of food and eating everything because I feel guilty that I'm leaving just a little bit on there. So what I'm doing intentionally is I'm leaving a little bit on my plate to kind of reverse psychology with myself. But um yeah, it's kind of it's working. So I'm not like feeling guilty about leaving that little portion on the plate, but I do feel guilty about people starving and me leaving that on the plate. So I got to get past that, and just not put that extra portion on my plate. So, enough about the plate. You got to find something within yourself to push you, to drive you every single day. I dig deep every morning. I don't wake up like this lion and ready to go. I wake up and I dig deep. I actually sit there in the morning and I like pray a little bit, and then I I like get in my head. I know this is so weird. This is like, I kind of meditate, what are you going to do today? What's your plan today? What's your why? Just remind yourself every day. If you start like that, then it really, really helps. It helps me. So, well, I just wanted to pop in there. I did, excuse me. I did. I want to tell you guys, in the last 2 months, exactly last 2 months, I have lost 16.4 pounds. I know. I I really think it's a growing thing. It's the 16.4 wasn't actually like something that came because of a little bit because of my work, my workouts, my walks and things like that. But I really think getting out of my head has helped with going to the kitchen, getting my food, making my food, being happy when I make my food, not so stressed out, oh gosh, if I eat this, I'm going to gain a pound, I go in there and I am so excited about what I'm going to make. And like today, this morning, I'm going to make salmon and I'm going to skip the egg. So I'm doing salmon, maybe one egg. I love eggs with cheese and salmon. So, and then, kind of like one egg on the side. So I think I'm just going to put like some broccoli with the salmon today. So, and I'm going to do some little bit of meal prep for earlier in the week. So, yeah, 16.4. That is on the range. I didn't want to lose it like super fast. Because that would not be good for me. When I have lost weight in the past, like when I was younger, I would lose like 5, 10 pounds quickly because, back then I was so active, but I didn't want to do it this time. I wanted to um, build as I lose because I don't want a lot of flab on me. I know I'm going to have some here in the midriff, in the midsection. I know I'm going to have some there, and I'm just hoping that my 53-year-old body kind of bounces back just a little bit, and some genes come in there. I don't know. So I'm kind of concerned a little bit about that, but I'm not. I'm just like, I welcome all of this that my journey has pushed my way. So I hope you guys have a good week. And I will put the measurements that I lost at the end of this video. I hope you have a good week, and I hope that your journey is all about learning, drive, your why, and your meals and things like that. I wish you luck, and please tune back in on my channel. I'm going to start doing like weekly preps on the midweek, and then I'll do, my weekend videos of like workouts and stuff like that. If you guys want to see anything else, other than, me speaking all the time, just let me know, and let me know if this is something that you'd like to see, is me telling you about my journey. And I hope you subscribe, like, and share. I will talk to you on the next one. See you later. This is a stinker. You're just a stinker.